Hi, it's your girl Bree, spelled like the cheese, aka your cosmic bestie, and I'm here to deliver a message. Truthfully, normally I have like a breakdown of like what I'm gonna talk about and like the new moons and full moons and stuff about myself, but this month has felt it's felt like everything that I've tried to plan isn't really working. So we're gonna kind of go off the cuff today. Um, I did bring tarot. That's what I'm feeling. It's my vibe right now is tarot. Sometimes it's oracle if you've been around. But this season, this Libra season that we're in, and I'm a Libra sun, so like I'm feeling this like very heavy. It's about balance. It's about integrating, right? This year for me has been filled with a lot of release, understanding, intuition, depth. There's just so much that I'm understanding, not only within my own life, but just like life in general, the people around, so on and so forth. So now I'm at this point of like, okay, shit, like now I have to integrate it. And some of the themes that have been coming up for me is believing other people's beliefs about me instead of believing my own beliefs, right? This intuition. And that's really like the theme for me is this integration. I've been putting in this work. I've been on my spiritual journey since May of 2021. So we are going into 2026. I've been doing this for years and I have released so much. I've done so much. And I am proud of myself for how far I've come. Even when shit has blown up in my face, where I've had my huge tower moments, especially within my Saturn return, it's just feeling like I'm at this point of like, okay, shit. Now I actually have to believe it. It's not just, oh, my intuition's getting stronger with the cards or with people and these collective readings. No, no, no. It's my intuition is getting stronger not only for others but for myself. I know what I know. I know that facts make more sense when you're moving. But the feeling that I feel, this intuition, this undoubtable knowing that I am meant for big things. I am meant to be on stages. I am meant to heal and talk to other people. I am meant to help other people through transformation because I'm going through it at the same time. And even if I only know a little bit more, or I'm a little bit more ahead, or I have a little bit more understanding, whatever I can do to help other people is what I want to do. There is a huge joy that I feel when I do a reading, a personal reading, and they're like, oh my God, that was confirmation. This was confirmation. You hit it, everything I needed to know, everything made sense, right? Those kind of things, it's that connection. I have a Scorpio stellium in my 12th house. My Venus, my Pluto, my North Node, um, my Mercury. Like, I have so much within that space. And depth is something that I crave. And having those connections with people, and especially people that I don't even know, but being able to tap into your energy and understand it and deliver a message, being that vessel for you is something that I'm truly proud of. And I feel like a lot of times we think about our gifts, something as simple as this, right? As being able to read the cards and understand what the cards are trying to tell you and using me as this vessel, as this channeler. That is the sweet spot for me, right? That's my special sauce, if you will, a part of. And I think all of us have that. But it's stuff that we've been doing forever, just naturally, right? Maybe you're the mom friend. Maybe you're the friend that people go to you because you know how to rage out and cuss out people that need to be raged out and cussed out too, right? Maybe it's just you're always positively thinking or whatever it is that makes you special. There's a part of you that's been denying that for so long. And I know for myself, like, me helping people, not even just with like cards. Like, I have conversations, deep one-on-ones. We talk about stuff in my membership. I do the journal prompts and so on and so forth. There's so much stuff that I do to connect with people. But the real, like, just the real bare bones is having conversation. I'm a certified yapper, baby. Like, I will talk forever. I will never shut up if someone let me. And that is like, that is something that I've always known. And I've realized that I am doing what I am doing now because I have always done it. I have been building myself up this entire time. If I ever needed a confirmation, it's looking back at my life and the timeline of where I'm at. And I feel like that's the same for you. And there's stuff that you've been doing your whole life that doesn't even feel like you try. It's just natural. And I feel like that natural being, that natural state that we're in, right? You're like denying yourself a bit. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Selfish, materialistic, gold digger, jealous, insecure, greedy, intolerant. It definitely feels insecure. Yeah. The other ones are a little bit more harsh. It feels like you're really insecure. You're insecure with your own gift. You're insecure with who you are. And mind you, these are collective readings, right? I'm a part of this collective. I understand that. There is parts of myself that I am a little insecure about because I'm not as confident with them. There's some things that I just naturally have no problem dealing or saying or being. But there's other stuff that it is very unnatural. I'm a recovering people pleaser. I'm sure you all are as well. If you're a part of my collective in some way, shape, or form. And it feels like it's really hard when you know that you're doing something that you know is going to upset somebody else. Or they're going to take it some way, or they're going to feel some way, or they're going to distance themselves from you. Like whatever it is that you know that it's going to pull those people away, it causes you to not do so. But that is hiding your own light, right? That Queen of Pentacles energy. When it's in the upright, she is sitting and it's bright, it's shiny, she's good to go. That's where you need to tap into. That energy of knowing, right? Of you don't need anybody else to tell you that your light shines bright. You actually can look in the mirror and see it. But you're like blinding yourself. You're like standing there with a blindfold, or you're standing there with your eyes closed. You're like, no, I don't shine bright. Bitch, the fuck? Like, what do you mean? That's not true. That's not true. Nine of Swords reverse. This is release, right? Healing, ending the mental torment, learning to cope. You see how all of these swords are going through the parts of the body, all the parts of the body. You don't have to go through that anymore, right? Like when you actually are healing and you let go, you're not going to feel the way that you feel, right? You're not going to feel insecure. You're going to feel secure. You're going to feel confident. And confidence is, some people are fucking born with it, right? I got a best friend of mine. She's confident through and through. Deeply. But that's always been her upbringing. She's always been confident. Her family's like, no, they're just jealous of you. No, you're not ugly. No, you're not this. Like, they always encouraged her. And I know a lot of us don't necessarily have that, right? We never really had people encouraging us for real. But this is our moment of clarity. Seven of Cups, reverse. What did I just say? Moment of clarity. Alignment, seeing past illusions of fantasy, no more distractions, clearing the fog, self-trust. Self-trust. Do you actually trust yourself? And as somebody who has had their whole life blow up on them on more than one occasion, but very much recently, last year, losing my house, losing my car, losing people and things that I really truly did care about, I realized that the world goes on even when it all crumbles. Your world feels like it stops, but the rest of the world that you are living in, still moves on because you can always rebuild every single time. Think about buildings in your town. How many times have they been tore down and built back up, or redone on the inside, or refurbished, or whatever? That's what it is. You're refurbishing, right? You're switching up the style. I keep thinking about Cracker Barrel and how that like totally blew up in their face. They're like, we're gonna rebrand, we're gonna make it more modern. Everyone's like, fuck no, keep it the same. And as somebody with that same opinion, yeah, like why change it? I already know what I'm getting while I'm coming there, right? But that's that energy in your reality, right? Of understanding that you can upgrade, you can change. McDonald's is still McDonald's. How many times have they changed their logo? How many times have they updated? How many times have they reworked it? They still sell a fucking Big Mac and chicken nuggets every single time. That's you, right? You are the same, but you're upgrading. You're updating your appliances. You're updating the paint on the wall. You're updating, your self-worth, your self-confidence, your intuition, your love, your passion, your drive. You're upgrading it all. You don't have to tear down the building, but if you did, you know how to rebuild it, and you know how to build it better. It gives you space to build it better. And that, like, this whole time for me, like being at my parents' house and everything, it has been giving me time to build it better, right? I'm building it better for myself, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, right? On every realm. I am free. I am talking about my stuff. I used to lie all the time. I lived a very secretive life, right? I grew up very Christian. A lot of the stuff that I felt like emotionally, I couldn't actually express, and the stuff that I was into, like I changed who I was around certain people. And I'm no longer doing that because now I really don't give a shit. Like, if you like me, you like me. You don't. It's fine. Because I know I have people in my life that love me for me. And even if it's not about the other people, I know I love myself. Like, no one else is living this life but you. So how are you going to live it? Do you want to be afraid of death, or do you want to be afraid of not living? Because a lot of people are afraid of death, and they live their life as so. They don't extend themselves. They don't do wild, crazy, random things. They take their time. They do the 9 to 5. They get the 401k. They retire. They live in a white picket fence. And if that's what you want, that's great. But if that's not what you want, and you think that that's what you need to have, when in reality of what you really want is something completely different, you're the one holding yourself back from it because you're worried about everybody else. But is everybody else worried about you? No. This is your opportunity to build it better. Instead of looking at it as destruction, torment, turmoil, look at it as literally the phoenix rising from the ashes. You're becoming something more, with a different perspective, with a different fire, with a different light. King of Pentacles. Okay. Practical leader, prosperity, business, security, provider, abundance, reliable, safe, and patriarchal, protective, sensual. You had Queen of Pentacles in reverse coming out. And as the cards keep coming out, now we've flipped the script. Now we are sitting even more confident. You know what you need to do to feel secure. You know what you need to do to feel prosperous and be that leader. But you have to believe it. And the difference between this card being in reverse and this card being in the upright is believing. And believing is something, I feel like people can teach it, yes. But believing is your own belief system. Like, whatever you believe your favorite movie is, right? You might think it's quadruple platinum, right? I love 50 First Dates. That is my favorite movie. That is like #1 Oscar winning. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. It's my favorite movie. How many other people believe that? They don't need to believe it. I do. I believe it. And because I believe it, I know it to be true. I'll play it whenever I want, right? I got it on DVD. I will put it in whenever I want on repeat. And that's what you need to do with your life. And believing in yourself, believing in your dreams, believing in this path and purpose that you're on, because you're not here for no reason, right? You didn't come across this video or listen to my readings or join my collective or whatever for nothing. The path has led you here for a reason. Even if it's short, even if it's only a few months, but it's somewhere that you need to be. You need to be there for a reason. Stop overthinking it. Because sometimes we overthink it to oblivion that we don't even move. And that's where I've been. I've been overthinking my move for months, a year, if I'm being honest. I've been overthinking it a lot. But the reality is I know I need to leave. I know it's time to move. But I'm not taking the action to do so. And if I'm not going to take the action to do so, then how do I ever expect to actually get there? I shot myself in the foot before I even started. And that is the hard part, right? Because I've lost everything before. I don't want to lose it again. But in my head, it has to look a certain way before I can take that step. But you're standing at the edge, and spirit is like, jump. You keep backing up because you've already come, right? You took that mountain hike to get there, to get to that ledge. And you're not just there for views. You're there for a change of your life. That's why you went there in the first place. That's why you fought through the forest to get there. Fighting your own demons, fighting your own trauma, healing, developing. You didn't do that for no damn reason. So now you're there. And now they're asking you to jump. But you're hesitant. You're standing there. You get really close and then you back up. And every time that you back up, it makes you more and more afraid to actually jump. But in reality, all you see is clouds. You don't see what's at the bottom. But what if it was a giant pool of water? What if it was a rescue boat? I don't know, whatever it is that actually is better for you. That can be right at the bottom. It doesn't always have to be doom and death where you're plunging to your death, right? It could actually work. It could actually be everything you wanted it to be and more. All right, you had 2 cards come out. The Hierophant in reverse. This is personal beliefs, right? Challenging authority. This is you trusting yourself, being unconventional. Your path is not meant to look like everybody else's. You are meant to do what you need to do. And I'm saying this to myself too. What you're seeing here, this is a part of me, right? Like doing the membership group collective. That's something that I've always wanted to do. And I'm doing it. I've been doing it for months. And the people that are in there are growing and developing and learning and trusting themselves, seeing themselves, feeling seen, feeling heard, feeling safe. And that's exactly what I wanted to do. Granted, obviously I wanted it on a larger scale, but where I'm at right now, I'm like, damn, I actually am doing this. I want to do one-on-ones. I want to do more than just tarot readings. I want to get into astrology, read birth charts, help you plan, help you figure out how to transition through the transition period. Because I know how hard it is. I'm in it. I'm right in it. And if you watch any of my videos, especially starting from January of this year to what you see right now, it's night and day, baby. It's night and day. And that's what you need. Second card, Ace of Swords, breakthrough, truth, mental clarity, success, new ideas, vision, right? Anything with the aces is spirit. This is spirit coming through, right? Swords represent air and emotions. You are finally getting that clarity. The clouds are clearing here, you see? They're clear. That's what you need. You need this clarity. And maybe this video is giving you that clarity right here, right now. Sit on it. Seriously, sit on it. Think about it. Pull out a journal. Pull out your notes app, whatever. What is triggering you right now in this reading that's giving you the clarity of like, damn, that totally hits. That's exactly what I needed to hear. Because these are bricks that help you get to the other side, to pave that path. Because your path is much different than everybody else's, right? That's what the Hierophant in reverse is. This was a confirmation for me weeks ago that I needed to continue doing what I am doing now. Because I keep tossing around the idea of like side jobs, 9 to 5, part-time, whatever. But I'm a stay-at-home mom and being with my daughter is super important to me. But also moving the fuck out is even more important as well. And I know that like in my head, I have to have the money. I have to know, I have to see it before I get out of there because I don't want to end up in the same position. Because that's what my parents been telling me. Oh, you'll end up right back here. Oh, I give it 6 months. Oh, I give it a year. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Whatever they keep telling me of how much I cannot do it the way that I am doing it. But why not? Why not? If my path is not meant to look like theirs, that's what this is. Your path is not meant to be like that. But do you actually fucking believe it? Do you actually believe it? Because this is your breakthrough moment, right? This moment right here is what's going to push you forward on your path in the direction. But you can't keep looking back. I always get weird references, but I've been watching Twisted Metal. And if you know, you know, it's on Peacock. It's about this like racing video game. But basically, it's like post-apocalyptic. And there's insiders, people that are on the inside with these buildings, and there's outsiders. And the main character, John, spoiler alert, he gets he's always an outsider. He had amnesia as a kid, and he's been living this life as this milkman, basically a deliverer from the inside to the outside and vice versa. And he's on this path, he's on this journey of trying to get in on the inside. And then once he gets there, he hates it. He just absolutely was miserable. And yes, it was stuff that he wanted and that he thought he wanted, and he was so excited to get in there, but he was miserable. And that, I don't know what part of your journey you're on, but that's where I'm at in my journey. I've already had all the shit that I thought I wanted, and I was miserable. I hated it. I was having such a hard time because it was what I thought everybody else wanted of me, not of my actual life of what I want, because I'm the only one living it, right? And this is the hard part. This is the part that's like that integration. Now I know this flip. Now I know this lesson. So how can I get to the other side, right? Because that's where you're at. That's why you have the sun in reverse, right? Inner child, delayed gratification, blocked happiness, pessimist. This is you right before here, right? I know it came out of order in this reading, but the way that this feels is like you have these mental clarities, but you keep letting these shadows affect you. And one of the biggest shadows that I have is believing in myself. It is really easy for me to believe what other people believe about me instead of me believing in myself. That is something that I am integrating. And if you're integrating that right now, I'm proud of you because that shit's hard. But we make it more hard because we overcomplicate it. We overthink it. We over analyze on all fronts, good or bad. You're over analyzing to the point to where it's hard to actually feel it because you're analyzing it. Some things need to be analyzed and need to have work, but other things do require feelings. It's not always work. It's not always facts over feelings. Sometimes the feelings are going to outweigh the facts because some things are just so ingrained within us because it's a part of our DNA. It's a part of who we are. And it goes against what we have. All right. Last two cards here. Two of Swords reverse. Time to make a move. What have I been saying? Stalemate, deadlock, decision. There is a conclusion to be had. You're blocked, right? That's what these swords represent. That's what the blindfold is. You are blocked because you are not believing in yourself. You're not trusting yourself. Stop tormenting yourself. Stop going around circle and circle. Even if it does blow up in your face, it's another lesson to be learned to build it back better. Stop being afraid of letting it all fall down. Sometimes it needs to fall down to build something better. And I'm saying this to me too, babe. This is me to me, you to me, all of the above. But it's okay. You can make the move. You don't have to second guess it. If you've been sitting on that shit for a while, fucking do it. Do it, right? That Shia LaBeouf Nike thing where he's like, just do it. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm seeing. Like, just do it. And even if it fucks up, even if it falls apart, at least you said you did it. At least you had enough nerve and gall to do it, to push against everybody else in their thought process and their thinking, because what they think of you is this, right? Something small. Because in their own head, oh, I could never do that. How could they? But you're not them, and they are not you. You don't need them to tell you what to do. You need you. You are your own guiding light here. The next card, Devil in reverse, recovery, right? Freedom, facing your shadows, independence, reclaiming power, release. See when this is in the upright, that all these people are in chains? You're no longer in chains. You're the key. You've been the key the entire time to unlock your own chains. And I hate to break it to you. Yes, other people did put you in chains, but you are an adult. You're the only one keeping yourself there. And I know it's hard. I'm 31. Some days I still feel like I'm 15, like I'm 17, 20. Like there's times where I'm like, I'm not an adult, but I am. This is my life. No one's going to live it for me. And any choice that I make that affects me and my family is the choices that I make. But at the end of the day, I can't keep making choices and decisions for everybody else. I have to do it for me. And you have to do it for you. How unhappy are you right now? You're not happy. You're happy, but you're not as happy as you could be. The joy is not overflowing. The cup is not overflowing. But what if making this choice, what if doing this moment flips everything for you? It doesn't have to burn it all down. It could actually grow it. It could actually be successful. But you got to stop thinking that it's not. Because at the end of the day, the more that you keep thinking that it's not, the harder it is for you to actually move. You know how much easier it is to move forward when you're like, yeah, this is happening. It's flowing right to me, right? Law of assumption, law of attraction. If you keep calling in, oh shit, I'm not going to be able to afford this and I'm going to go broke, you just might. Confirmation. I say this with love, but I say this stern with love because I know that I can do better. I know you can do better. And it's okay of going through seasons. Don't feel down on yourself because you've been down lately. You're not down and out. You're just down. And you take your time to dust yourself off, pick yourself up, and keep pushing. It doesn't matter what they think. It only matters if you let their belief system, interesting, outdo your own. Love this. Last card, the Empress, creation of life, abundance, maternity, beauty, mother, care, nurturing. This is divine feminine. See the butterflies? This is your rebirth. You're a beautiful caterpillar turning into a beautiful butterfly. But you're in your cocoon phase. But it's time to come out. And you know it. You have gone through the changes. You are someone different. It's time to start living like that person. You've already went through the mountain to get to the top. But now it's time to jump. Now it's time to free fall. Now it's time to fucking go for it. Because if not now, then when? You will never be 100% ready. I was not ready at all to have my daughter. Mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, I was not ready to have my daughter. But no matter what, I still had her. And though it's been this journey of self-discovery for me, internal, external, I've never not had sleep this much in my life. But now I know I can do it because I've been doing it. But sometimes you just have to fucking do it to know that you can do it. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But let me see if there's anything else in here. But the message feels strong. The message feels very clear. You and I both know you are ready for something more. The universe is just asking you to leap and trust yourself. No matter if it burns down, no matter if it's the worst choice you've ever made. I'm not telling you to do something stupid either, right? That's not what I'm saying here. You know, use your discretion, right? You know what I'm talking about here. It's a big decision in your life. Something that you know you need to do to move forward, to get to where you want to be. Because that version of you is calling for you. That higher self has been calling you for a long time. And it's not a bad thing. Okay? The journey to get there is going to be worth it. I know I keep saying last card and then more comes out, but this really does feel like the last card. Yes, okay. Oh, okay, interesting. 5 of Pentacles. This came up in the upright, okay? So I know the words seem a little scary, but let me explain what this means. Financial loss, poverty, lack mindset, isolation, left in the cold, worry, hardship, adversity, persistence of spiritual poverty. This is lack mindset. That's what's holding you back, is your mindset. But that financial loss, the poverty, the isolation, that is because that is something that you're worried about. That is not something that is coming through, right? What is coming through on here is the lack mindset. You're lacking the mindset to see this tree as full bloom because you are the tree, okay? This is your call. This is your beacon call. Start writing affirmations start writing your goals. Put the reminders all over the place. Have it come up as notes on your phone. Have it be a sticky note in the bathroom, in the mirror. Every time you go to the bathroom, you see it. You need to be reminded of your goals and your path every single day. You should be writing them out. You should be talking them aloud. You should be sharing them with friends and family, those that support you, that will keep reminding you and keep pushing you to what you really want. Because, yes, it is very easy to get your own self off track. But that's why community is so important. They help you get back together. They help you mend yourself. They help you build back up. You don't have to do this alone anymore, babe. You don't. But you keep telling yourself that you do, because there is people in your life that don't give you the support that you're looking for. Fuck that. Okay? You deserve real people that really see you and that really hear you. And this is your moment. Change your mindset. If you want this inevitable, right, of you becoming the butterfly, because baby, you're already in the process. You can never go back to being the caterpillar. But to help you get out of the cocoon to be this is changing your mindset. Letting this go. You have to let it go. You can't keep holding on. But know that your path is different than everybody else's. Okay? You got this. You got this, babe. I believe in you and I trust in you. And if you're looking for more support, join the Stella Nova Collective. There is no contracts. It's just $24.24 a month. You get weekly readings from me, private ones in the collective. We do 2 live videos around the full moon and the new moon for releasing, manifestations, confirmation, so on and so forth. But really, it's a community of like-minded people supporting one another. It doesn't matter where you're at in your journey. It just matters that you show up and that you're there and that you're as vulnerable as you can be to receive that kind of vulnerability back. Because I'm not going to lie, we go real deep in there, but it's not always deep all the time. We watched Twilight and shit posted about it a few weeks ago in like our chat, and it was fun and it was hilarious. But you have to know that moving forward will require you to do it with others, and you're not meant to do this alone. And even if that collective space is not for you, no shame in the game. I know that I am not meant for everybody, but if this kind of video really resonated with you, this is the kind of energy that I bring in there. So check us out. Hit me up, DMs, comments, whatever. Or if you're just looking for a personal reading, 24% off right now on all of my readings. So the number that is on there is the 24% off of the normal price. I got a new system and everything kind of changed. But either way you spin it, I am here for you. I want to help you transform from the caterpillar to the butterfly. You got this, babe. Love you.